Very good morning and welcome to the Breakfast News on Rajya Sabha television. I am Aishwarya Kapoor with you. It is Monday morning and there's lots that's making news. Let us start with the top headlines. 2 days after presidential assent to the bill, Gujarat becomes the first state to implement 10% quota for economically weaker section among general category. BJP wants to empower people. Dynastic parties want to build their empire, says Prime Minister Modi as he attacks opposition's efforts for grand alliance. Calls coming together of opposition proof of his government's good performance. Left out of SP-BSP alliance, Congress says it will contest all 80 Lok Sabha seats in Uttar Pradesh alone. Chief Minister Yogi Adityanath says the BJP will wipe out Grand Alliance in the state. RJD's Tejashwi Yadav meets Mayawati in Lucknow. India and 5 Central Asian countries, along with Afghanistan, agree to cooperate on countering terror. Call for inclusive Afghan-led and Afghan-owned peace and reconciliation process. And 10-year-old shooter Abhinav Shaw becomes youngest gold medalist at the Khelo India Youth Games in Pune. In Asia Cup football, India to take on Bahrain in the final group match today. The top story this morning, the 10% reservation in government jobs and higher education for economically backward sections in the general category will be in force in Gujarat from today. The state government had made the announcement yesterday, stating that the quota will come into force from Uttarayan, that is today. President Ramnath Kovind had given assent to the constitutional amendment bill following the passage of the bill in Parliament during the recently concluded winter session on Saturday. Well, the new quota bill will also be implemented in the state in admissions and jobs, which were advertised before 14th of January, but for which the actual process has not started. In such cases, a fresh announcement about the admission process or jobs will have to be made. However, if the recruitment or admission process has started before 14th of January, the 10% quota would not apply. The quota bill was tabled in winter session of Parliament and cleared by both houses. And Prime Minister Narendra Modi has once again targeted the opposition's Grand Alliance, calling it a short-term alliance. Addressing the booth workers from 5 parliamentary constituencies in Tamil Nadu on Sunday, the Prime Minister said that the alliance by dynastic parties is an opportunistic alliance. Taking a dig at the opposition parties, PM Modi said that the formation of a Grand Alliance is a proof enough of BJP's development work at the centre.
A strong NDA is an article of faith for us. It is not a compulsion. Even when the BJP won a majority on its own, we preferred to run the government with our allies. We cherish our old friends and our doors are always open for parties. But more than all these political issues, the winning alliance is an alliance with the people.
And Prime Minister Modi on Sunday released a commemorative coin to mark the 352nd birth anniversary celebrations of 10th Sikh Guru, Guru Gobind Singh. At the event, the Prime Minister described the founder of the Khalsa sect as a warrior and a poet who had immense knowledge of religious scriptures. He said that the government has plans to celebrate the 550th birth anniversary of Guru Nanak across the country. Now, targeting the Congress, Modi said that the central government is trying to get justice for the people who suffered during the 1984 anti-Sikh riots.
केंद्र सरकार 1984 में 1984 में शुरू हुए अन्याय के दौर को न्याय तक पहुंचाने में जुटी है। दशकों तक माताओं ने, बहनों ने, बेटे बेटियों ने जितने आंसू बहाए हैं, उन्हें पहुंचने का काम, उन्हें न्याय दिलाने का काम अब कानून करेगा।
And on to the other top story. Congress party has announced that it will fight Lok Sabha elections in Uttar Pradesh alone. The announcement came a day after SP and BSP left the party out of its pre-poll alliance in the state. However, senior Congress leader Ghulam Nabi Azad said that his party would accommodate any secular force that was capable of taking on the ruling BJP in the Lok Sabha polls. Azad expressed hope that the Grand Old Party would double the tally of 21 seats that it had won in the state in the 2009 general election. Remember, SP and BSP have decided to contest on 38 seats each out of 80 seats in the state, leaving Amethi and Rai Bareli for the Congress.
तो राहुल गांधी के नेतृत्व में कांग्रेस पार्टी वो लड़ाई लड़ेगी और उन्होंने और हम सब ने ये चैलेंज कबूल किया है और उसी दृढ़ता से, उसी मजबूती से हम उत्तर प्रदेश की भी 80 की 80 सीटों पर इलेक्शन लड़ेंगे और हमारी तैयारी पूरी है। हम उन दलों का समर्थन जरूर लेंगे जो हमारी मदद करेंगे इस लड़ाई में। हम उन तमाम दलों का सम्मान करते हैं जो इस लड़ाई में आगे बढ़ेंगे।
Meanwhile, as politics in Uttar Pradesh heats up, RJD leader Tejashwi Yadav met with BSP chief Mayawati in Lucknow. The RJD leader welcomed the SP-BSP tie-up, saying that the two parties will be able to defeat the ruling Bharatiya Janata Party in the upcoming polls in Uttar Pradesh.
यूपी पे केंद्रित थी और जिस प्रकार का कदम पहल मायावती जी ने और अखिलेश जी ने जो गठबंधन मिला करके जो लड़ने का काम किया है, इसके लिए पूरी देश की जनता में काफी खुशी है और खास तौर पे जो बहुसंख्यक आबादी है इस फैसले का स्वागत करती है।
Meanwhile, reacting to the political developments in the state, Chief Minister Yogi Adityanath said that the alliance will have no impact on the politics of the state and that the BJP will effectively wipe them off. On to some other news, President Ramnath Kovind has approved the repromulgation of the Triple Talaq Ordinance. In a Ministry of Law and Justice notification, the government said that President Ramnath Kovind has promulgated the Muslim Women Protection of Rights on Marriage Ordinance 2019. The ordinance seeks to protect the rights of married Muslim women and criminalize the practice of instant triple talaq. The President has also repromulgated the Companies Amendment Ordinance 2019 and the Indian Medical Council Amendment Ordinance 2019. The ordinances were repromulgated as the bills to convert the earlier ordinances are yet to get Parliament's approval. And on to the other top story. The government will construct 44 strategic roads along the border with China. Apart from this, it will also construct over 2,100 kilometers of axial and lateral roads in Punjab and Rajasthan, abutting Pakistan. Now, according to an annual report prepared by the Central Public Works Department document, the agency has been asked to construct 44 strategically important roads along the India-China border to ensure quick mobilization of troops in case of a conflict. The nearly 4,000-kilometer long line of actual control between India and China touches areas from Jammu and Kashmir to Arunachal Pradesh. The report comes at a time when China is giving a priority to projects along its India borders. The report stated that these roads along the India-China border will be constructed at a cost of nearly 21,000 crore rupees. It will span 5 states of Himachal Pradesh, Jammu and Kashmir, Uttarakhand, Sikkim and Arunachal Pradesh. And along the Indo-Pak border, the roads will be built at a cost of 5,400 crore rupees. The road projects will secure the vast and remote border areas of Rajasthan and Punjab. In Breakfast News, we'll take a very short break here. We'll be right back with more news.
Standing at the center of Quwwatul Islam Mosque inside the historic Qutub complex, this iconic iron pillar gives us a glimpse of Delhi's tryst with the kingdom and its supremacy. This iconic pillar bears an inscription written in a later form of Brahmi script of Ashokan time. The inscription on the pillar talks about the victory of a great king, defeating his enemies from the expanse of areas between what is now Bengal to Punjab. The pillar is 7 meters tall and is 1 meter below the ground with diameter of 48 centimeters at the foot, getting slender at the top, measuring 29 centimeters. Weighing approximately 6.5 tons, the pillar was manufactured by forged welding and has not rusted ever since. As per the popular folklores, Delhi's Rajput king Anandpal Tomar gave this land a name based on this pillar. The story goes that King Anandpal Tomar was told by a sage that this pillar is immovable and rested on a hood of a serpent king, Vasuki. Out of sheer curiosity, Tomar decided to check the ground beneath the pillar and surprisingly, he indeed found the pillar resting on the head of a serpent king. In an awe of what he has seen, Tomar bowed to the land and ordered to install the pillar back. The pillar could be fixed back firmly and remained loose, dhila as we call it in Hindi. It was here Delhi got the first variant of his name, Dhili, the land whose soil is loose.
Tales that inspire. Stories of social change. A salute to diversity. Promoting public discourse. Events that motivate. Inspiring the innovative spirit. Watch Rajya Sabha television documentaries.
Enter the majestic forecourt of Rashtrapati Bhavan and you'll come across the Jaipur column. A gift to the Viceroy from Savai Madho Singh, the Maharaja of Jaipur, to commemorate the creation of the new capital. The 145-meter high column is crowned with 6 pointed crystal stars on a bronze lotus, and inside the stone shaft runs a steel tube which weighs a little more than 5 tons. The base of the column has text conceived by Lord Irwin and Sir Edwin Lutyens inscribed on it.
Welcome back after the break. Now, India on Sunday said that it was committed to the economic reconstruction of Afghanistan and to promote an inclusive Afghan-led, Afghan-owned and Afghan-controlled peace and reconciliation process in the war-torn country. India's position was enunciated by External Affairs Minister Sushma Swaraj at the India-Central Asia Dialogue with the participation of Afghanistan. The dialogue focused on a plethora of regional issues, including enhancing connectivity to the country ravaged by terrorism. Swaraj, while addressing the first session of the dialogue, said that our region is facing serious challenges posed by terrorism. She added that India, Central Asia and Afghanistan are societies which are tolerant and plural, and that the ideology of hate which the terrorists would like to spread has no place in our societies. India also proposed the setting up of the India-Central Asia Development Group to take forward development partnership between India and Central Asian countries. The group will come up with concrete proposals.
India proposes the setting up of the India-Central Asia Development Group to take forward this development partnership between India and Central Asian countries. All our countries will be represented in this G2G group. This group will be requested to come up with concrete proposals. India, through this dialogue, reiterates its support and commitment to peace, security and stability of Afghanistan, to promote inclusive, Afghan-led, Afghan-owned and Afghan-controlled peace and reconciliation process, and to assist in economic reconstruction of Afghanistan.
External Affairs Minister Sushma Swaraj also met Foreign Minister of Turkmenistan, Rasit Merodov, on the sidelines of the India-Central Asia dialogue and discussed enhancing bilateral cooperation across various sectors. Sushma Swaraj earlier on Saturday arrived in the ancient city of Samarkand on Saturday on a two-day visit to attend the first ever India-Central Asia dialogue. Foreign ministers of Kyrgyz Republic, Tajikistan and Turkmenistan and the first Deputy Foreign Minister of Kazakhstan are also participating in the dialogue. India will host the next India-Central Asia dialogue with the participation of Afghanistan at the foreign ministers level in 2020. And Congress President Rahul Gandhi on Sunday concluded his two-day visit to the UAE. Rahul Gandhi was in UAE on a maiden visit to Abu Dhabi and Dubai, during which he met the country's top leadership and addressed the Indian community, besides meeting with the business leaders and students. Before leaving for India, Rahul Gandhi was received by the ruler of Sharjah, Dr. Sheikh Sultan bin Mohammed Al Qasimi, at his office. The meeting touched upon the historical relations between the UAE and India, the promotion of bilateral relations between the two countries, and bolstering cultural and social communication between the two peoples. Rahul Gandhi earlier had met with the Vice President and the Prime Minister of the UAE, Sheikh Mohammed bin Rashid Al Maktoum. During his visit, Rahul Gandhi had a series of engagements with the UAE's leaders, Indian workers, professionals and business leaders, apart from his main public event where he addressed the Dubai International Cricket Stadium. He also interacted with the representatives of the Indian Business and Professional Council and met the Punjabi community. And kite-flying enthusiasts from abroad and India are participating in the International Kite Festival in Secunderabad. Vice President M. Venkaiah Naidu inaugurated the event on Sunday and urged the younger generation to understand the rich and diverse traditions in Indian festivals. He has called for protecting, promoting and enriching the country's exceptional culture and folk art forms. Inaugurating the 4th International Kite Festival and 2nd International Sweet Festival, he said that festivals are occasions for social bonding and inculcate a spirit of communal harmony and national integrity. Calling Makar Sankranti a celebration of life and vitality, he said that important festival holds great historical and religious significance. The Vice President also tried his hand at kite flying, saying that it transcends age, class and community. As many as 42 professional kite flyers from abroad and 60 from India are participating in the Kite Festival. At the inauguration of the 2nd International Sweet Festival on the sidelines of the Kite Festival, the Vice President said that sweets hold a place of great prominence in Indian culinary tradition.
Makara Sankranti or Uttarayana is the day when the sun begins its northbound journey, marking the beginning of the decline of winter. The days become longer, the skies clearer and the breeze warmer. Those who celebrate this occasion of Thanksgiving and merry-making revel in anticipation of joy in the coming days. This festival is a celebration of renewal, regeneration and revival.
And Finance Minister Arun Jaitley inaugurated the Hunar Haat Fair in Delhi on Sunday. Speaking at the event, Arun Jaitley said that India's heritage has attraction and brand value in the market, and such events benefit artisans and craftsmen. Union Minister of Minority Affairs, Naqvi, said that Hunar Haat is playing an important role in ensuring smooth empowerment of artisans. Craftsmen and artisans from over 22 countries are participating in the fair.
जिस तरह की चीज़ ये लोग बना रहे हैं उसका आज की दुनिया में ये ट्रेडिशनल आइटम्स हैं जिनको ये संभाल के रख रहे हैं और आज उसकी बहुत बड़ी वैल्यू और कीमत और उसका आकर्षण पूरी दुनिया के अंदर है और इस मार्केटिंग और ब्रांडिंग के असर से मुझे लगता है कि इसमें जो लाखों लाखों लोग लगे हुए हैं देश भर में, उनको बहुत बड़ा लाभ अपने आप में मिलेगा।
हमारा मानना है कि जो हमारे देश की हुनर की शानदार और जानदार विरासत है, उसको मौका और मार्केट मिले, ये हमारी हमेशा कोशिश रही है। और प्रधानमंत्री नरेंद्र मोदी जी का मेक इन इंडिया, स्टैंड अप इंडिया जो एक अभियान है, उस अभियान का एक मजबूत हिस्सा है। और जो प्रधानमंत्री नरेंद्र मोदी जी ने विकास का हाईवे तैयार किया है, उस विकास के हाईवे पर सरपट गाड़ी दौड़े, हुनर हाट उसमें एक महत्वपूर्ण भूमिका निभा रहा है।
Today is Makar Sankranti, one of the most popular Hindu festivals, which marks the beginning of summer. The day is dedicated to the sun god, and devotees express their gratitude for a good harvest. Nearly 16 lakh devotees from across the country have reached Ganga Sagar to take a holy dip at the confluence of the river Ganga and the Bay of Bengal on the occasion of Makar Sankranti. On the occasion of Makar Sankranti, President Ram Nath Kovind and Vice President M. Venkaiah Naidu extended their wishings and greetings to the nation. President Kovind said that Makar Sankranti is the moment to celebrate the hard work and perseverance of the farmers. While Vice President M. Venkaiah Naidu said that festivals bring neighbors into dialogue, which make our countries and our communities happier. Another very short break in here, and up next is all the sporting action. Stay tuned.
An often heard refrain in the Indian society is, why should we send our children to government schools? We can afford, and therefore, why not a private school?
There were no benches available. So students were supposed to sit on tat.
हेल्दी इन्वायरमेंट नहीं मिल पाता है जिससे कि हम लोग अपने आप को ग्रूम कर सकें, डेवलप कर सकें कि एक अच्छे इंग्लिश स्पीकर की तरह उभर पाएं.
So how can we bridge the inequality between the private and the government schools?
A good learning environment, so a school which is inviting, including teachers and good teacher professional development.
गवर्नमेंट और सोसाइटी जब तक साथ साथ काम नहीं करेंगे तब तक प्रॉब्लम का हल होने वाला नहीं है.
Some of the good private players, they should be actually adopting a few government schools.
हमको एक national effort बनाना चाहिए.
Watch the pulse only on Rajya Sabha television.
Ghata, one of the oldest and most unique percussion instruments of southern India. You can play it not only with your fingers, but palms, wrists and heels as well. You'll be surprised, but the air inside the ghatam reverberates, creating the musical notes. 5 elements of nature, earth, water, air, fire and space make up the composition of this beautiful musical piece, which has found an apt place in most of the ancient books.
Welcome back after the break. India will take on Bahrain in their final group game of the AFC Asia Cup today at the Sharjah Stadium. A draw against Bahrain will be enough for the men in blue to qualify for the round of 16 for the first time in the Asia Cup after 1964, when India finished runners-up in the competition. India defeated Thailand 4-1 in their opening group game but lost their second group game against the UAE. Striker Sunil Chhetri, who surpassed Lionel Messi as the second highest active goal scorer, will equal former captain Baichung Bhutia's record of highest appearances for the country in this match. And in the other Group A match, table toppers UAE will face Thailand today. UAE is at the top of the table with a win and a draw, while India is second, Thailand is at the third spot, and Bahrain is at the bottom of the table. And in yesterday's matches, Japan beat Oman 1-0 to put themselves second in Group F, while Uzbekistan defeated Turkmenistan 4-0 in their second Group F game. And Maharashtra continues to hold the top position in the medals tally of the ongoing Khelo India Youth Games 2019. In the girls under 17 200 meters event, Maharashtra's Avantika Narale clinched the gold medal after defeating Karnataka's A.T. Daneshwari by 100th of a second. In the girls under 17 doubles badminton, Maharashtra's Arya Deshpande and Ananya Phadke won the gold medal, while Aman Farooq of Maharashtra defeated Rahul Bhardwaj of Karnataka to clinch the gold medal in the boys under 21 singles badminton event. In the girls under 21 200 meters medley swimming event, Yuga Birnale clinched the gold medal. She won 3 medals for Maharashtra, including 2 gold and a bronze. And in shooting, Pune's 10-year-old Abhinav Shaw became the youngest gold medalist, teamed up with Mehuli Ghosh Shaw along with Ghosh clinched the gold in the 10 meters air rifle mixed team event. While Delhi's Devanshi Rana bagged gold in the under 21 girls 25 meters pistol event. And with 156 medals, Maharashtra is at the top of the medals tally, including 56 gold, 44 silver and 56 bronze medal. India is at the second spot with 107 medals, including 42 golds, while Haryana is at the third spot with 33 gold medals. And with that, we wrap up this edition of Breakfast News. Thanks so much for watching, and here is wishing all of you a very happy Makar Sankranti.